Hello, my darlings. Good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle ATL by Night. Chapter 4, Turn Off the Light. Let's welcome the second half of our vampires for this story.
Hi everybody, I'm Kitty Kimchi, and tonight I'm going to be playing Jenni Greer.
I'm Sara Lafferty, and I'll be playing Sybil.
I'm Johnathan Fii, and I'll be playing the Spider.
And I'm your storyteller for this evening. As always, check out our sponsors in our link tree, and let's sit back and relax, and let's see what else happened on this vampire story.
Rumor has it, I'm a savage, drop the classic, thinking back, drop the classic, to establish that the magic, it's automatic, got a mask, who was that, living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind, never tied, tell them all. Big dreams, I got big dreams since like baby. I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be so stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights, I'ma need the off-whites. Play with the fire, you get burned. All of my struggles became lessons well learned. I got desires that keep me grounded, that's for sure. Cause one day we gon' make it out this earth, where's your worth? I'm sick of your talking, you got the wrong one. I'm taking your king and I leave him broken. If I am in second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let them know. I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind, big time.
And so tonight, Spider and Jenni, you both are visiting with the Apocalypse horses, spending a little time with them. They're in good health. They're more corporeal, as now they're getting regular food again. They're not as gross, but they are still undead horses. And
They're looking healthier.
yeah, as healthy as some undead horses can look.
Lots of quotations in there.
Yeah.
Got it.
And Sybil, you have returned from your wonderful Seattle trip to find that your father is still nowhere to be found. And nobody seems to know where he is. But there are some people who might know. What would you like to do?
I am going to head to the only people that I know, or at least the last residents of the only people I know that could potentially help me with the situation, or at least know what's going on.
Okay.
The shepherd's house.
Okay. And so the last known residence you have of them is the Rossellini Manor, which has some new occupants now. But as you pull up, the house is in much better shape than when you last saw it. Windows have been replaced, the outside brick has been repaired, there are some lights on in the barn itself where you know the horses to be, and those are the only lights you see for now.
Okay. I'll head over to the barn.
Okay. And as we're getting started, let's have everyone make your rouse checks, and if you are a bagger, please roll 2 rouse checks.
Couldn't be me.
The dice hate me as usual.
I'm a little peckish.
Okay, so you're both starting at hunger 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Rip.
All right. And so yes, there are lights on in the barn, and as you walk up, you can hear 2 voices inside. A little familiar to you, but not entirely.
Yeah, so anyway, basically, we fucking tell Olivia, remind her again about the whole thing with Alejandro, and she's acting like it's the first fucking time that she's heard about it. Now, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that she knew about it at one point. I'm just saying.
I mean, she has so much stuff going on.
Oh, don't make excuses for her. I like you way better than that. Come on.
Okay, you think someone's doing some mind stuff with her?
No, I just think that... she looks at it as we're Lasombra, we're expendable.
Pardon me.
And you guys turn to see The little prankster that you met running around the school.
Oh. You guys are living here now?
I'm just visiting.
Oh. Okay. You guys wouldn't happen to know where Alejandro is?
Oh boy.
Mm.
You might want to come grab a seat for us to go over this.
Where would I find one of those in a barn?
There's a few apple crates you could sit on.
I'm not sitting in a seat. I'm staring.
Okay, cool, fine. I guess the nicest way to do this is to just rip this fucking band-aid off. He's in the custody of the SI, to the best of our knowledge. Courtesy of their new CEO, leader, head douchebag in charge, Ashton Murdoch Justiniani. That fucking name. When I'm calling somebody's name dramatic, that's a big deal.
And you all receive a text message.
Doing what I can. Oh yeah, by the way, they gave me a phone finally.
Yeah, it's something.
It's great.
I'm telling you.
And the message is from a blocked number, but it says, "Don't say I never did anything for you," with the address of the Candler Mansion or Briarcliff Mansion on Emory campus.
Well, that is deeply unnerving, but I'm going to assume that that's the answer to my question.
Well, if this was a sitcom, looks like we're about to get into some shenanigans.
Do you
My
find out
dad
how
has
hard I
been
can
kidnapped.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Wow. All right.
When do you call shotgun? Let's go. Get in the car.
And you all walk out to see a very nice brand new BMW. Jet black with pitch black tinted windows.
I just need a minute to admire this. Okay, I'm done. Let's go. I did not plan on having to be loaded for bear tonight, so we might have to stop to pick up a couple of things.
Okay. Where do you live?
I mean, right now, I kind of go between the school and staying with Tilly.
Okay. Where do you need to stop?
Storyteller, I would assume that it would be okay if I moved a certain number of
Yeah.
high-powered
More
firearms to
than
Tilly's.
okay.
Okay.
Good.
Tilly's for this.
Okay. Just pop that in the old GPS, because I don't know how to get around Atlanta.
Yeah, and you guys are not too far from Tilly's. You can get there pretty straight shot, and traffic is heavy enough at this point that it's stop and go. But you do eventually make it to Tilly's, and people are kind of busy running around.
I'll be real quick. Do you want the loadout I gave you last time? Okay.
Yeah.
The loadout.
Firearms. Do you know how to use them? Beyond just pointing at the other guy and pulling the trigger.
Can I say that's probably a no? I don't have my glasses.
That's a no.
No. Do you have anything that's not, doesn't require combustion?
I don't deal in that stuff. I mean, knives are about as good as I've got for that.
Hey, look, that's fair.
Okay.
Give me those.
All right, I'll be back.
I'll take the usual.
All right. And you are easily able to go in. Living room is currently occupied with everyone watching as Georgina is on her next speed run of the next Final Fantasy game. Tilly does not understand it, but she is attempting to.
I'm gonna give the little high wave and keep going.
And you
Act as natural as possible. Nobody will ask me. Totally nobody's gonna want to know why I'm bringing down all these rifle cases.
least of all Tilly.
Yeah. There you go.
And you're able to grab whatever you would like. What will you be taking?
I'll be getting my rifle, in its case, and the usual 2 9mm that Spider carries for himself.
Mm-hmm.
I will be getting the 9mm, and I believe it was a shotgun previously that Jenni carried.
Yes.
And then I will be getting some K-Bar style combat knives for Sybil.
Awesome.
And as much ammunition as we can comfortably carry.
Okay. And so you come back out to the car. Are you keeping it with you or putting it in the trunk?
Trunk.
Okay. Okay. And so, Sybil, heading to this manor, how are you going to approach? So the layout of this is it is on Emory property. You would see that on your GPS. So you can choose to drive onto property, park a ways away, however you would like to approach.
I personally vote that we park a little bit away. Just as like a number one safety precaution.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're okay with a little bit of walking.
Yeah.
Fine.
And if you, the La Sombra pair, choose to shadow step close to the building, you can take Jenni with you, but Jenni, you will need to make a willpower roll if you guys choose that method of transport.
I cannot shadow step yet.
Oh,
Ah.
I can.
Sybil can take both of you, but it will be one at a time.
Yeah. Does anybody want to go on a little trip? Can shorten the walk if
I mean, I won't object to it.
I'm just gonna put my hand on Spider and give it a go.
Here we go.
All right. And Spider, you're familiar with Oblivion, but this is a bit of a new sensation for you. It's kind of like vertigo as you step forward and then in just a few moments of dizziness, you step into the tree line that surrounds this house.
That was cool.
She's gonna like pop back out and be like, "Do I have your consent?"
It has this. Yeah.
Grab and just duck back.
All right. Jenni, please roll me all of your unspent willpower.
Oh no.
Oh, don't.
I got one.
You're fine.
Okay, good. I know. I was very scared.
It's a little nauseating. It's dizzying. As you step in through what almost feels like a dream. It's the oblivion that you slip into when you go to sleep during the day. But in a few moments you're out, and that dizziness kind of abruptly stops. Would almost be a little nauseating, but you're able to hold it together. And you guys...
How you doing, champ?
What was that?
Welcome to How We Travel.
Y'all do this shit?
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's great.
Mm.
And you guys find yourselves in front of a large mansion, 2-story with the big columns. Think White House style architecture.
Okay.
But the windows are boarded up. And to the left of the house, there is kind of not a tunnel, but a covered driveway. And to the left of that is a solarium. And you can see from here there is also a greenhouse towards the back. And you can tell from where you're standing that there are very large, we call them 56Ks for 56,000 watt lights, stationed on every upper floor window. And from the inside, you can see that there is absolutely no way to get in via shadow.
Well, I suppose that makes sense given who they have in their custody.
Yeah.
But damn if that doesn't suck.
That's gonna make things complicated.
Let's stand the door.
Okay, so hear me out, and I hate that I'm the one having to say this. And as Spider's talking, he is opening his rifle case, starting to assemble the rifle. Really well practiced.
Good.
Look, we should probably try to keep as low of a profile as possible until we get him, because probably getting him is going to involve us setting off alarms of some kind. At which point, then we just need to give him everything we've got, and then we actually get to have some fun.
I mean, we can kind of poke around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't gotta... She's looking at the rifle also. I'm just like, you don't have to immediately go in, you know.
Oh, I'm not planning to use this until I have to. But I'd rather have it assembled now.
That's fair.
That's all.
Difficult to assemble a rifle in the middle of a firefight.
Yes, it is.
And so how will you all approach this house?
Is there anybody outside that we can see?
Why don't you make me wits and awareness?
Don't mind me getting literally on top of this so I can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay.
Are we all able to do the same?
Yes, if you all want to do wits and awareness, you can.
Check. Two.
That's better than none.
But by what margin?
2.
We're
2.
really observant.
So, Spider and Sybil, you two can see that the front door is open.
Oh, I hate that.
Not all the way wide open, but it looks like it has been lightly pushed open.
Yeah, I don't...
Okay.
I hate
I'd like
that.
to activate resilience and feral weapons.
Okay, how are you manifesting your feral weapons?
What do you mean?
Are you doing the claws? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you all would like to prepare before you go in?
I haven't used a whole lot on the potence. Does prowess need to be activated? Is that something that I should do?
You could if you wanted.
Sure. I'm scared. I don't have any shadows.
Alright.
It's just one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Help me. Yes.
Okay.
I'm also going to activate prowess as well, since I'm also going to need to be able to carry this damn rifle with me.
Good.
Yeah.
Fuck me, really?
What? I can't
I get
see.
hungrier.
Oh, I was like,
Okay.
I can't see.
So you are now at hunger 3.
Oh, but this is not going to end well for anybody.
Don't eat me. Well, don't try to eat me. Don't do it.
Hindsight being 20/20, should have stopped to grab a bite to eat somewhere.
All right. So, as you guys are entering, please make me. Let's call this. It's going to be stealth and we'll say dexterity.
Don't. No.
Oh boy, everybody.
5.
5.
Crit.
Wonderful.
This roll is about to be nothing but hunger dice for me, so
1, 2,
nothing
3.
about this is going to be
I
good.
have 3.
3. Okay. Spider?
I have 1 success, but it's messy.
That's fine. That's fine. So you guys are able to stealth in. We'll say that Jenni, you slip in easily. Sybil, you're following after, slightly distracted, checking on both of them, making sure they're with you. Spider, your rifle taps the door as you go in. But no reaction. And now that you're inside, you can see there is so much light in this house. Lights in every corner, in every nook and cranny. The house is so devoid of shadow that it looks almost two-dimensional.
I hate this.
Yeah.
And in front of you, you see a large staircase that goes up and comes back. And you would know to the left, there is a parlor, and then that door that leads to that little walkway into the other solarium. And there's a hole upstairs as well. It also goes back into kind of a 45-degree angle extension of the building, and the greenhouse is back there.
Well, this is
Maybe left.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tea in the parlor.
Logic is it goes back and it goes into one of the other areas where he might likely be. One of the areas that was really well lit from outside.
And you can at least tell from inside, everywhere here is lit.
I mean, everywhere is stupidly bright, but
I don't advise splitting up.
Mm-mm.
So why don't we head to the right?
Okay. Jenny is gonna pull out the knife that Jackson gave her, just in case.
Okay. And as you guys are walking in this light, Sybil, you watch as Spider disappears, and then Jenni disappears. And Spider, as you turn, there's a small flash of light, and you find yourself in San Diego, outside your home, in your car. Your siblings are with you, with Mickey Mouse ears on,
oh god, no.
half-eaten bags of popcorn,
Oh god, no.
and there's an uncomfortable silence around the home. Entering it, you find a scene all too familiar to you, but with a core difference. The man you chose. He's standing atop the staircase, staring at you. Mateo Julian dos Santos is your name. You never died, and you never will if you can't catch me. And he runs off upstairs.
Game on, fucker. Single-mindedly going after. Oh god, why am I doing this?
Jenni, as you disappear into another room, you feel both of your arms suddenly wrenched behind your back, with Ashton speaking over your shoulder. Well, well, if it isn't the one who took my head off. What do you say to you and me having a little chat?
You're lucky I like this kind of shit.
And he shoves you down the hallways, out the door, into the solarium, where you see a large iron coffin with rhubarb going through it. And he says, yes, yes, your precious Alejandro. He tried entering my home unannounced. Something none of you are particularly smart for doing. You see, I can see through shadow, for I am in his holy light.
And I love that for you.
See, he thought it was smart of the court to send some assassins, but I didn't really plan for you, so I wonder if the court will care at all what happens to you. You can decapitate a priest, and the ones assigned to save you won't even do it. How disappointing. But I'll let you have one chance for me and let you escape before everyone else gets caught. Jenni, I need you to make me a roll of intelligence plus resolve.
Willpower.
Yeah, you're gonna wanna.
Three.
7.
Oof.
And as Ashton is gazing into your eyes, you realize this close, he has the most beautiful hazel green eyes you've ever seen. and you find yourself completely mesmerized by him. Olivia stole something very important to me. The Blade of Enoch. Once you hear of it, find out where it is and call me at this number. And he repeats a number in your ear multiple times to make sure that you get it. And when he breaks your gaze, you're back in that foyer, and you can't recall for the life of you what just happened. You thought you saw Ashton, but you're not quite sure.
What?
And Spider is gone. Sybil, all you saw was Spider's eyes went blank and he ran upstairs.
Do you want to share with the class?
You remember Alejandro, but you do not remember the exact thing that Ashton told you.
I think I saw your dad. I don't know.
Wonderful. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Well, and now we've lost... This is like
okay.
The worst field trip. And I'm the worst chaperone in the world.
Yeah, we
in my defense, I didn't know either of you were just gonna, but you know.
Yeah. But this definitely was nah. I told you, shenanigans.
And Spider, as you're running, the illusion for you breaks just about the time you go through a window.
Oh.
And find yourself landing and crashing through, due to the decrepit state of this building, the ceiling of the solarium. And please take 1 superficial damage as your back cracks over a large iron structure.
Ow!
Do we hear that?
Yeah, you can hear the crash out the window, the crash through the ceiling. Debatable on if you hear the owl. But
Each crash is like...
And it is coming from outside in the solarium.
I will
You should probably
proceed
check on
carefully but quickly to the sound of the repeated crashes.
Okay.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And so you guys go through the butler's parlor, and there is a door that leads out to that driveway, and a second door up a set of stairs that goes into the solarium. And when you enter on a small platform with 2 staircases kind of curving down. Not too high, it's not a full second level, it's maybe like 10 stairs. And looking in the middle, you see, poetically, a large iron coffin with rhubarb put through it and coiled around the top, and Spider laid gracefully, well, squashed like a spider,
Ow.
on top of the coffin.
Hey, I think that's your dad.
I'm fine.
I'm gonna run over and like try and help Spider.
You can get Spider up.
I'm fine. My pride hurts more than anything else. What the fuck?
I saw this.
I'm glad you recognize it.
Yeah. I don't know how I know this, but
That is deeply unnerving.
What, did you happen to also see some weird fucked up vision nonsense?
I really don't know what I saw. I thought I was blinking, and then I saw this.
Guys ingested anybody who's done drugs recently?
No.
Never mind, that explains it.
But so looking at this coffin now, you see it is completely iron all the way around. Beautiful Catholic imagery all over the top. It's very lovely, probably imported from Italy. And the rhubarb ties go in an almost X pattern where it crosses over the top and goes down. So it crosses through the coffin where there are two intersecting points inside and then connects with itself on the top. So Alejandro is very securely in this coffin. And this room is just as bright as everywhere else.
Well, it's time to destroy something beautiful, I guess.
Want me to shoot it?
I mean, I don't know if blowing that full of holes is the best idea. I'd like to retrieve him ideally in, like, mostly one piece. Would there be a way to, like, tear through or cut the wire?
As the wire is steel rhubarb, it would take probably some kind of electric saw to get through it.
Is there any chance of two La Sombra with prowess being able to unbend that?
You would be pulling it out of the coffin to bend it out. I will say you can gather from how many rhubarb ties are in this that there are 5 sets, and they are all going through Alejandro. He will take damage every time you pull one out.
I don't see any other way.
We can't, there's not like we can't just open the sucker up. He's pretty resolutely shut. Like, if I'm
It's up to you if you want to take the risk.
I mean, the most I could see trying to do is trying to get into one of the sides of it at best, but...
Yeah, not to...
I will say with your prowess, if you want to attempt to just rip it in half, I will let you do that, but it will be a high DC. But you can absolutely make the attempt.
I'm going to try and just lift it open?
So going to lift the lid, it'll open about a ½ inch before it's hitting the top of that rhubarb.
Okay, so we need... Oh, man.
Is there any visibility that we can get inside of it? Through that ½ inch?
Through it, you can see that there are also LED lights on the inside as well.
That is so... That's crossing a lot of lines.
Yeah.
And I will say, who is looking in?
I'm the dumbass that asked, so I am.
Okay. You can confirm that this rhubarb is going through Alejandro. It is going through his shoulders, his chest, his waist, his knees, and his feet.
Fuck.
And he is fully in torpor.
He is... So all of these are going through various parts of him.
So there's no other way.
I guess we just gotta start ripping.
Okay. I go for the one towards the feet.
Oh,
And I rip the band-aid.
Oh,
Are you ripping them out, or are you trying to break the rhubarb?
I guess.
I was going to break them.
Yeah. We're trying to do, I think, whatever is going to get us easiest access without immediately yanking poor
without,
Alejandro apart.
you know, Swiss cheesing him immediately.
We would like to not kill the old man.
I don't have prowess. I was just gonna rip.
I will take one of them and try to rip it
Okay.
in half.
Okay.
Which is not going to go well for me, but I am going to try.
Go ahead and roll me strength and brawl, and I'll say take a 2 dice bonus.
Me?
To see, no, Sybil to see if she can rip the rebarb.
1, 2, 3. And you said a 2 dice bonus?
Yes,
Okay.
for the prowess.
Okay. Alright. Please help me. Don't be a butthole. You were a butthole. You were a big old butthole.
Would you?
So
So you got 3
Jenni, you will also
successes,
roll strength and
then-
brawl.
but it's a messy one.
yeah. I'm gonna burn a willpower, and that's 3.
Yeah, that's up to
Okay.
3.
I'm gonna take the 3 that were nothing.
Do I use my specialty?
Yes, you can use your specialty. That would apply in this situation.
It's 4.
Yeah,
Go back. Thank
yeah,
you.
you did get.
Okay, well I have 1 for 4.
4.
4
What'd you
with a
get, Jenni?
messy.
4 messy.
Delicious. Yeah, 4 messy. Sorry, Dad. Oh no, what did you do to my pops? What have you done to my father?
I'm debating. No. 5.
5. Okay. All right.
I
So
guess I'm just like kneeling and trying to guide them.
yeah.
Oh
So Sybil, you are able to just rip it completely, even bend it in the opposite direction. I will say for the angle you bent it out with that messy, you could likely, at a high DC, attempt to slide it out without causing him damage. Jenni, however, you rip it square out, and Alejandro will take 1 superficial damage.
What have you done to my papa?
And looking at him through that little crack, he is okay for now.
Okay,
So how many? That
so
was
let's not do that again.
Okay.
rip. Not rip out.
Okay. Fine.
How many of them are there?
5 in total.
So we've
You
taken
have
out 2.
ripped open 1. Jenni got 1, so now there's 3 left.
Do we roll the same thing for the other 3?
If you want to do the same thing,
We can't open it yet, can we?
no.
Okay.
Like I said, you can attempt to slide it out if you want. It will
No.
hurt him though. Also, I will say this coffin is not bolted to the floor. If you wanted to move it as well to get a better vantage point, anything you want to do with the coffin, you are able.
Can we lift the coffin?
It'll be a strength check, but you can try.
Oh.
Just strength.
What if we all lifted together?
Yeah, I was
Hey,
gonna
wait.
say.
If you all lift it together, I will lower the DC, so just make me a strength check.
Okay.
Man,
My whole 2 dice. Oh,
2.
boy.
yeah, my whole dice that are all hunger right now.
1. Hooray. We're so strong.
That's 3 actually.
You are actually strong.
I'll say the two, Jenni and Sybil, you struggle at first trying to pick it up. This is a grown man inside a iron coffin. But Spider, you're able to leverage the top, which has the bulk of it, and you lift it and you guys are able to use that extra oomph to pick it up. And it is heavy though, and the longer that you hold it, you will have to make continued strength checks.
Love that. Is there anything underneath it?
Underneath it, you see Holy Scripture written in blood.
Oh, get fucked all the way off.
If one of us, let's go to, go and look at the thing.
The others will have to make a strength check.
Underneath it?
You
Just
can just lean and look at it.
Okay,
if you
I was
want.
like,
Yeah.
that's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's just biblical verse, likely just an added protection measure.
Okay. Is there anything underneath that I could pull on to...
Oh, on the other side,
Yeah.
underside of the coffin?
Yeah, is
Yeah.
there anything...
No.
Normal coffin.
Still iron on the bottom.
Yep.
You can tell I would not escape an escape room.
Alright.
Okay, but hear me out. Hear me out. I have an idea, and it's probably a terrible idea. but it might still at least get us a better idea of what we're dealing with.
Should we put him down first?
No, not necessarily. Well, probably, but let me get this out there. We could rip open the bottom of the fucking coffin. And that at least gets us more than a half an inch wide little gap to get an idea of what we're looking at when we're trying to get him out of these.
It's also supporting his body.
I can do that.
Okay, well, fuck it. I'm going to try to cut the bottom.
Okay.
Try and open it.
Make me... Let's call that... It's very interesting. I like this. Let's call it Dex and Melee.
Dex and melee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting creative.
Actually,
with the
strength
rolls.
and melee.
We're using
Strength and
fucking
melee.
Whichever
can
one of
opener.
those you have more dice in, strength or dex, plus
Okay.
your melee.
Excuse me, madam, do you have Alejandro in a can?
Good.
I love this.
4.
4. Yeah, so like opening an old-timey tin can, you're able to jam your feral weapons in there and just razor cut the bottom out. How are your reflexes, Spider?
Pretty good.
So I'll say, Jenni, the way that she's having to claw through this, you're able to get your hand in to support Alejandro, but you will have to make a new strength check as you are holding the coffin and him now.
Okie dokie. Does my prowess help me with this at all? God, I hope so.
Yeah, take a 2 dice bonus. Why not?
Thank you, Jesus.
I'm loving the creativity. Let's run with it.
Don't fuck with me. That's 3, actually. That's not bad. Okay.
Yeah, you're able to get your hand in there just in time, and you're able to get a better grip, actually, from where Jenni cut the bottom off. You can now actually get a full grip on the coffin and holding Alejandro's body.
Mm-hmm. All right, excellent. Okay, so now maybe we can actually see what we're dealing with in there. Everybody can see? Yeah?
Okay.
I'm gonna take a look at what's going on.
Quickly
in
do
the
that
coffin.
because I'm holding the coffin and this man.
So, looking in, why don't you make me, to get a better handle on the situation, let's call this Wits and Medicine.
Well, considering I
anyone-
have 0 dots in medicine, this will be a wits.
You could rouse to get more.
More smarter.
Yeah,
2.
you can totally rouse to do that.
3.
3. Okay, so 2 and a 3. So you guys can see that the iron bars go through the intersection point. It's easy to tell that the point goes inside in his shoulders, his chest, his abdomen, but then his knees and feet have been crossed over each other so that the intersection point goes through them as one entity, but you broke the one that was at his knees and the one in his feet is gone.
Okay.
So his feet are just kind of dangling there. And you see that he is desiccated and gray as someone of his age would be in torpor, and it is going to take a lot to wake him up.
Okay, so we've still got 3 that are through his midsection.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any part that's like that I can see through his back, like through his interior? The bottom of it?
They don't come out of his back. It's
Okay.
an X cross section where that crossing of the X is internal.
And we're still holding this coffin, so we're...
Yep.
You guys are about to have to make another strength check. I'm letting Sybil finish her thought.
Is there a way... Is there a way for us to... Oh, that's so terrible. I want to flip him over like a can of Spam, but maybe that's what we should do.
I'll say you do get the idea that flipping him over would relieve that pressure off of you all. But then the only access you will have to removing the rebar is underneath him. Unless you pull them out.
Could we try to rip?
I'm trying to figure out how decent I might be at anatomy here to figure out how badly it'll hurt him if we just have to yank them out.
Okay, so
I'll let you make a wits and medicine roll if you want to assess it.
If I like ripped the side of the crisscross, that you could like pull him, and it would be like pulling an ear piercing out. Or just slide.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be pleasant anyway. We slice this, so yeah, I will do that. That wits roll, because why not? I don't have any medicine. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, I was about to say my wits and medicine is a wits.
I was gonna be a lawyer. I got one.
It's my unprofessional opinion.
In your
completely untrained medical opinion.
Yes, in your untrained medical opinion, no matter what it's going to hurt, he might survive it.
Guys, I can't hold on anymore. I yank another one.
Oh my god, which one are you yanking?
Yeah, which one are you choosing to yank?
What are my options?
Shoulders, torso, abdomen.
I'm gonna go for shoulders.
Okay. And I need the other two of you to make a strength check while this happens.
Jesus!
My whole 2 dice, guys. I'm doing it. 1.
You do have your 2 dice bonus for prowess.
Oh, no.
4.
Well,
9.
Let me leave that
9.
one. I have 1. 2.
2. With a 9, I will say you guys go to yell, and Jenni is already ripping it, and with a 9, Jenni, you rip it, and it slides out completely clean. Alejandro will not take damage for this one.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright.
I hated everything about that. How dare you?
Okay.
So,
I'm going for it again.
Oh boy. Here we go again.
And his shoulders have drooped.
Yep.
A little now.
Yep, hate that.
Do you need 2 more?
0! I have nothing.
Oh god, thanks. This is all depending on me, the man the dice hate.
12. Amazing.
I'm willpowering that. Oh, the one that I can willpower, since everything else that I'm rolling is hunger dice right now.
And which one were you choosing, abdomen or chest? Jenni?
Abdomen.
Just
Okay.
a minute. Dear God in heaven, please don't do this to me.
And I'll say the one in his knees is still attached to the coffin itself. You just had broken it on the top and bent it back.
1.
So
It's better than a bestial failure.
So Jenni, with her 12, is able to rip it out cleanly again from his abdomen as his lower body kind of droops as well now, and it comes out clean. Alejandro does not take damage, but the force of this, you guys, I need you now to make, let's call it, Dex and Athletics to not drop the coffin. This is just for Sybil and Spider.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
There are no athletics. I drive a Benz. 1.
I'm gonna take a gamble here. I do not get hungrier because I roused. Okay, so that gives me another 2. Yay. I'm not very athletic. That is 2 successes.
Okay. You're able to hold on to the coffin itself, but Sybil, you do let go. And the coffin drops, but is still held up from the top by Spider, who is also supporting Alejandro's body, just the leg part
Can
dropped.
someone please give me a fucking warning next time? This is really heavy if I'm doing all this by myself.
Okay, I'm going for the chest.
Old man needs to lose some fucking weight.
Right, I'm going for the chest.
God, I hate you both.
Unburnable feather.
Okay.
Oh, I love that. Oh yeah, I should do that.
Yep, I gotta do this again.
Oh.
10.
Well, I'm gonna
Okay.
burn a willpower because that was nothing. Please hold.
Oh boy, there is another willpower today.
Okay, 2.
2.
That's still just... Yeah, it is 2. Ha, I lied. Ha!
Okay. So, as Jenni with her 10 rips the rebar out of Alejandro's chest, the two of you are actually able to catch Alejandro as he drops out of the back of the coffin, but his knees are still attached. And Alejandro does not take damage from that one.
Okay, so.
Are you strong enough to hold your dad if I just hold the coffin?
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
hold Alejandro.
Good, let's do
Okay.
that.
8.
That is the DC, so you are able to pull the rebar out of his knees without him taking damage.
Dice gods have smiled upon you.
And Alejandro's body slumps out of the coffin and into your arms, Sybil. And he's laying there looking a little sad, actually. Very gray. Very... almost like he's made of wet newspaper at this point, as the years are definitely showing in this torpid state. What are you doing with the coffin now that he has dropped out of it?
I'm just gonna... I'm not throwing it anywhere because... not making that much noise. We've already made a lot. I'm gonna lay it back down. Set it back down.
Okay.
In fact, over those damn...
Over the scripture.
Yeah, because
Okay.
fuck your scripture. That's what I think of them.
Okay. Okay, and so here lies Alejandro.
I assume he's got something.
No, as the rebar was through his chest, that was what had him torpid. But at this state and at his age, it's going to take a lot of blood to wake him up. More than the three of you would comfortably be able to give him.
Right, so this is gonna be the world's worst escort mission.
Yeah, the only way I see getting a grown man out of here between the three of us is maybe figuring out how to get rid of, I don't know, the... She's like looking at all like the blasting bright lights, like could just teleport us. But till then we're huffing it with a man down.
I kind of get him and just yank him over my shoulder. I feel like I'm strong enough to carry him.
You are strong enough to carry him. He is quite the sack of potatoes, as he is 6'4".
So he's just dragging just a little bit.
Yeah,
but-
just his feet are dragging just a little bit. But it's about this time, as you guys are getting ready to go, there is a sudden ear-piercing explosion from the other side of the house that rings out like a choir. And that is where we are going to take our break. We're going to get some water and stretch our legs. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. Welcome back. And so, as this explosion has occurred, what are you guys doing?
I'm
Okay, so
looking
that is
around.
the get the fuck out of here sound.
Has anything changed?
As far as you can tell, no.
Okay,
Alright.
so we're
We're gonna
moving.
get
The,
fucking
the
moving,
explosion
let's go.
came from the other side of the house. So not near y'all, but you probably only have a few minutes. As
Okay.
the house is big, but not that big.
Is there anywhere that we can immediately leave the house?
Through the door that you entered the solarium in, or through one of the windows.
Does the solarium door go towards the explosion or away from it?
Towards, but there's the main house and that door that kind of crossed the driveway into the door
Okay,
of the
so I'm
solarium,
not-
so you would
I'm
be
not-
going out into the driveway.
Okay, so
I'm going through the window.
tally ho, let's get the
Okay,
hell
so
out
you're
of
just
here.
jumping through the
Oh
window
my
with
God.
Alejandro?
Yeah.
I'm walking towards the door, and I just
I'm
Okay.
busting through the window.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
I'm still going through the door like a civilized person.
Okay.
Spider just.
I
Yep,
have no decorum.
yep, she does that. Going after Jenny.
Okay.
Sliding rifle down from the shoulder as he goes.
And so you guys easily make it outside. You could make it to the trees if you wished.
Yeah, we maybe just try and get to where like the shadow is.
Yeah, once you're away from the house, it's easier to get to Shadow.
Okay. Can I take someone that is carrying someone?
No, you will have to choose.
I kind of brushed the glass off his back.
Can I gingerly take the prone form of my father
Yes.
into my arms?
Yes.
And be like, I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, hurry.
And then take him to the car.
And
Yeah,
I'm
and
just-
where are you putting him at the
to
car?
gingerly lay him sitting up, because there's gotta be room for somebody in the back seat.
Okay.
Just against the thing,
Just
kind of prop him up against the door so he doesn't fall.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yes,
at
exactly.
Bernie's.
And
Oh
try
my
to-
God.
Weekend at Allie's.
Yeah, exactly. And then I will go back to offer my teleportation services to the other two.
Okay. Jenny, you will need to make a willpower roll as well to go through this again.
It's like getting
That's how
chauffeured.
much willpower you have left?
I do use this one, right?
You'll just use a regular black one.
Okay.
So, Jenny, when you step through, it is nauseating. It's somehow worse this time than it was the first time. And you proceed to vomit.
Don't throw up on the car.
And you vomit up 1 hunger's worth of blood, so please go up 1 hunger. As that was a total failure.
Am I in the car?
No. I did not. I did not deposit you in my vehicle. Absolutely not.
Somebody
Can I
knows
throw up
better.
on Sybil?
You could throw up on Sybil. It
Yeah.
happened that instantaneous.
Yeah.
And so, Sybil, you are covered in blood right now. Are you going to get Spider now? This Spider can hold his own through this.
I'm going to go to my trunk and I'm going to quickly put on a different shirt. I'm
Spider's-
going to be looking at her the whole time. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick. But I'm looking at you. Just
That was payback for the bells.
Spider's just gonna be being a dick and like taking pot shots at the lights while he's waiting.
good. Good. I hear them off in the distance. I'm gonna hurry and then I'm gonna go back and get him.
Yeah, and so also shooting at the lights, you notice nothing's happening. They're still there. The shots are hitting them, and it is indenting slightly, but it is not going through.
I hate that.
And Sybil, you pop back, and Spider Sybil's in a different shirt with some bloodstain on her pants and shoes.
I really need to know what the fuck they made out of. What the? I don't want to know, do I?
Sick up.
Ah! I'm gonna make fun of her for that one. All right, let's go.
Grab and go.
All right, and you slink through oblivion and show back up at the car. And there is Jenni with a messy mouth.
You okay, Buttercup?
Ready to roll.
Feel like I don't strap you to the roof.
It was worth it.
We'll just leave the window rolled down for you.
Alright,
Let's go.
yeah, I'm gonna get in the car. I'm gonna start just driving away,
Yeah.
you know, just like kind of when you're hovering trying to find a parking spot, except
Yeah.
I'm just trying to not be at this building,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
Okay.
And there's enough in this Emory campus area that you could kind of drive off and look busy.
Just don't be suspicious on repeat.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't be suspicious while we're weekend at Bernie's. One
With
guy.
the-
We have somebody else leaning
Really
their head out the window in case
suspicious-looking
they get
corpse.
sick again.
You can't even explain that one either. This one's just a regular person. You're like, that's a prop. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything's fine. How are you?
We need to take care of him. She's
Yeah, he's gonna need a lot of blood to come back from that. There's people are gonna die over that.
yeah.
I don't care.
And we can't give him any blood bags because of the shortage.
He's also
They
really
have more
old.
coming.
That would be like literally spitting into the ocean.
Yeah, once you hit a certain age and your blood is potent enough, it doesn't work anymore. Neither do animals.
He's
So-
crusty.
Yeah,
Exactly
gross.
what does he need?
More blood than we have on hand, literally in our bodies.
Yeah.
So he needs a group of people.
He needs a couple of people, and those people are going to die. There's
Yep.
no two ways about it. So we need people that can disappear.
Can he use kindred blood?
I don't think
Not
that
a
he
great
would
idea.
super appreciate us
Because
for that.
when I say that he is going to be that hangry, he will diablerize any kindred that he gets his fangs into. And that is, in fact, still a bad thing in the Camarilla, as you should have learned in your classes.
I don't think I was there for that
Have
one.
anyone who might perhaps be able to...
I got an idea for somebody I can reach out to. Yeah. Okay. Let me make a call. Don't fucking judge me for this.
And who are you reaching out to, Spider?
I'm gonna reach out to one Bishop Lydia
Okay.
because she probably knows people that can disappear. I'm just saying.
Okay. What are you messaging her?
This is gonna sound weird. Please don't ask me any questions. I need several disposable humans on very short notice.
Good.
Okay. You get back, give me 2 hours, and meet me here. And you get the address for the Claremont Lounge, along with notes for the hotel rooms above the Claremont Lounge.
Okay, I need a really, really discreet way to get in.
And
Transporting something that is visibly questionable.
and you get the access code for the loading dock.
Nice.
Okay.
If he's in the state that he is, he still can't be like recorded on a thing, right?
Correct. But he can still hear and see, he can hear everything happening around him. He's aware of everything
Right.
that is occurring,
But
but he cannot be seen on cameras.
they won't see a weird desecrated corpse coming up through the loading docks.
No, but they will see a strange disturbance.
Hey, look, you gotta take your wins where you can.
Indeed.
Wow. Okay, it's gonna take my contact 2 hours, and what's your number? Let me just text you where we're going.
Yeah. Would I recognize that, or?
Not from that hint.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so he'll message.
Yeah,
the
you would
address.
not be aware of anything with Claremont Lounge.
Heard. So I'll put the GPS, or I'll put the address in the GPS. I have like a little blanket, so I'm like, as I'm driving, I'm gonna like throw a blanket over Alejandro.
Okay. Give him some slight dignity.
Pat. You know, can't do much for him right now without potentially inciting all of our deaths, so it is what it is.
Okay. And you guys drive and you're able to make it to the Claremont Lounge. It's a busy night for the lounge, but the hotel itself is rather quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You get back to the loading dock. Easily use the access code to open the bay door. What will you do?
Alright. So who wants to take point and make sure that hopefully nobody's watching us?
I'll go. I'm not very strong anyways. I'll go and check if the coast is clear.
So checking, you can see that most of the attention is being paid to the lounge. Nobody's really checking
Okay.
the loading dock right now.
How far is it away from the loading dock to like the elevators to get,
It's probably, I'd say, about 30 feet.
so we can like
Yeah, you could
Heard.
easily book it to the elevator.
heard. So I'm gonna like
Heard.
close the door, be like, move.
Okay, here we go.
Alright.
I think we're just gonna both like.
Got him
I'm
package
be in the
style.
hall, trying to obscure as much as possible from view.
Okay,
Just
oh my god.
Dragging this poor man.
Alright. So you guys book it to the elevator.
Yep.
You get in the elevator, you put in the floor number that you were told, and you get to the room. And you can hear soft music coming from inside, just an Italian aria being played on a phonograph.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Is there a chair?
I can't. Would my instructions have told me to knock, or that I can go in, or what?
That wasn't a part of the instructions.
Of course. Why would it have been?
Are we
Knock, knock.
And you hear footfall and walking up to the door. And the door opens. And for Spider, you see one Bishop Lydia. For Sybil, you see your mom.
What?
Sybil, what are you doing here?
He was kidnapped, but I did get him back.
Who is that? Get inside right now. And she practically yanks you
Good.
into the room.
Yank Sybil or all of us?
All of you.
Oh boy, fuck.
And she slams the door behind her. And as you guys take a look at this room, it's pretty empty. But there are remnants of what this room used to be. There are clear spaces of where furniture would be, but it is now a grease stain on carpet. There are cages vaguely shaped like raised platforms, or tables, or chairs, but the cages are empty, but they do have caked blood inside of them. And Lydia goes in and immediately just turns off the phonograph, takes off the wax cylinder, and chucks it across the room, shattering it. She turns around. What happened?
I just got back from Seattle. He wasn't anywhere. went to go to where the shepherds were. They were there. Got some info, and I found him. There was a large explosion. Don't know what that was.
Where was he? Put him down.
Plot.
Oh my god.
Do you want to...
Yeah, I should probably actually say something then. He was with, or in the custody of the Second Inquisition.
How?
I don't know the precise details of what happened to get him there. But I will say that it was known by multiple members of the Camarilla.
They knew and they didn't go after him? They didn't...
I'm assuming that they were trying to. Because we weren't the only ones there to get him tonight. There were others somewhere, from what I can tell. I'm extrapolating that from the very large explosion that happened on the other part of that house. So it may have been that they were looking for him, and they were only just able to ascertain where he was.
I don't know what
How did
happened.
you know where he was?
We got a text message from a blocked number.
Yeah.
The door was open. So whatever it was, something smells off.
That's why I'm saying I'm pretty sure somebody else was already there. That and the explosion. We weren't the only ones that were sent in.
And you can see as blood is streaming down her face from her eyes. How could this have happened?
I don't know.
He's so careful.
So, from everything that I know, with the current head of the SI in Atlanta, Justiniani, he's Society of Leopold.
What?
Yes.
Fuck!
And they have ways of circumventing our powers. They have all these fucked up things they can do.
I know.
Place was lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Even if he wasn't barbed wired into a coffin.
Yeah.
Fucking bastards.
And she goes and she's examining his body, seeing all the injuries and everything. He's going to need a lot.
That's why I said that I needed a number of expendable. I obviously didn't want you to see him like this.
If I'd known that that's who you were messaging, I might have, advised.
I didn't think about it.
Sybil, I never wanted you to see me like this. I'm sorry. I'm not proud of who I was. And you must be Jenni. I hear about you a lot.
Pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
It would be better if after this you all forgot you were here. Including you, Sybil. I don't want you to think of this when you think of me.
I think it's better to know the whole truth. I don't think any less of you. Seen some pretty terrible things over the last few years.
I shouldn't be one of them. And she walks out of the room. And she comes back with 4 humans. They look nondescript to you guys. Nothing particularly, I'll say, of note about them. Like, they're not like wearing scrubs, or they don't have particular like logos on them or anything. These are just generic humans.
Blink, can you miss him?
Yeah. And She kneels down beside Alejandro, her hands shaking, and she kisses his forehead. She opens his mouth, and she grabs the first one by the hair and just yanks him in front of Alejandro's mouth, reaches down and slits open his throat without a second thought, and holds him there as the blood pours into Alejandro's mouth. And she stands there in an uncomfortable silence, doing all that she can to not look at you. And when that one's done, she discards him to the side, grabs the other one, and the same, just as quick. And she will continue to do this if nobody has anything they want to say during it.
Is he gonna be alright?
Your father? He'll be fine. He's gonna be a bit cranky, as he always is. But he'll be fine. And the third one.
I'll say that I'd just like to make sure that he's not going to lose his shit the second he wakes up.
This will be enough to wake him up calm.
Good.
I'm glad I over-prepared. I almost only brought one. And she grabs the fourth.
I guess that now you know that whenever I'm asking for multiple disposables, I mean multiple.
I figured if you were asking me, that meant you definitely needed more than what I would have assumed. So I got these four. And as that one finishes off, she discards him to the side too. She closes Alejandro's mouth and pulls his head into her lap and just pets his hair. And you guys watch as his skin kind of goes from gray to like kind of a soft tone. It gets a little, not quite pink as that would be alive, but it gains that normalcy again, and his skin becomes more dense. It doesn't have that wet newspaper look anymore. And his eyes kind of flutter open, and she just keeps him turned close to her and looks, I love you. Thank you. And Alejandro kind of stretches a little, and you see as the holes that were in him knit together and close back up. He just kind of, Dios mío,
Sorry.
Sybil. Spider. Have we met?
Jenni.
Jenni.
She was with me.
Okay. You're the ones who retrieved me?
Yep. Surprise.
Not what I expected. But I am glad. Thank you. I don't remember much. I was foolish. I thought I could help out all of us if that Justiniani fuck was gone for good. You know how humans are. They're stupid. They don't know how many...
What part of my text to you implied that he was an idiot? Like, with all due respect.
The part where he's Society of Leopold.
Yeah, that normally isn't dumb fuck.
No, I know how dangerous they are, but they are still stupid in their own ways.
Oh my god.
His house is full of shadows. I was just going to pop in behind him and drop him in oblivion where he can suffer and die on his own. We had no intel that he has the ability to see through the shadow. That means any entrance around him near shadow, you might as well be walking right into his face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got plenty more tricks up his sleeve, too. incidentally.
I only know that he has powers. I don't know to what extent.
He can turn into a fuck-mothering angel.
And you see both Alejandro and Lydia look at you in synchronicity. What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yup.
When I signed
seen
up
it.
for this, that was not on the table. That was not on the table.
I don't apologize for not telling you.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
Turns into a fuck-mothering angel. Wings, multiple eyes, spinning fucking rings and shit. Hurts to look at him.
Fuck.
Shot him multiple times. She took his fucking head off. Amazing.
That is very good. That's very good of you.
Thank you.
But it still doesn't kill him.
Okay.
What's that for us?
My lesson is learned, and I am sorry for if your lives were in peril at any moment during this. I never aim to be someone that must be rescued.
Not to diminish my own accomplishments, but it was a little bit easy to come grab you.
I credit that, honestly, to the, whomever was working on the other side of the mansion.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, you all sounded like you were struggling quite a bit. I'm still conscious.
I'm sorry that I'm not a bodybuilder and there were bright lights everywhere.
I'm just saying, you said it was so simple. It did not sound simple.
I didn't mean I'm not an operation expert.
Yes,
okay?
yes, my sunflower. Yes, yes.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry for absolutely nothing.
The next time, I will leave you in the coffin and I will take you coffin and all.
That actually probably would have been a better idea.
Why didn't we think of that?
But
Because
Jenny,
I didn't want to have to haul that fucking coffin and do that much lifting.
I am very heavy.
No offense, but
It's all
your
the
ass
Greek
is heavy.
food. Yeah, I ate very well in my human life. But Jenny, I also applaud you for the tenacity to not give a fuck about my life and rip the spikes
Yeah, I
out
know,
of
that
me.
was really interesting. It was really funny.
It was very bold. You are Gangrel, are you not?
Yes.
Makes
Couldn't
sense.
tell. No idea.
Well, Spider, I am sorry that you have to spend your new time with your primogen rescuing him from certain doom.
Yeah, about that. So, since you've been gone, currently they have me assigned to Tilly.
I'm sorry, what?
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Because I'm pretty sure that they kind of didn't have high hopes of you being rescued.
I honestly can't blame them with everything you've just told me. And Lydia leans around and she's like, I'm sorry, you're with who?
Tilly.
Tilly, as in Chantilly Harris?
Yeah.
That's not good. And she like looks at Alejandro and Alejandro's like, what?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we're speaking of codes here.
Not exactly. Let's just say back when your mom used to run in these kinds of circles.
Just take a look around the room like,
Yeah.
They
when...
usually send the former Sabbat to her to get
Oh.
forcibly deprogrammed. No, I'm making good enough progress on that on my own.
Okay.
Oh.
Don't tell her that you have seen me at any point.
Yeah.
Do I look like an idiot?
I don't know.
Of course I'm not going to tell her that.
Alejandro's like, I am very confused.
It's
Everybody
okay.
Don't tell anybody
It's okay, you just sit there and look pretty,
anything at
boss.
all ever.
Yeah, just nobody tell anybody anything ever. That seems the fair thing. Well, I thank you
That's how the
for
Kindred works.
rescuing me. I actually am glad it was you, Sunflower. What a wonderful face to wake up to.
If anybody was going to come, it was going to be me.
I am grateful. If you all do not mind, I very much would like a normal nap.
Yeah, that's
I'm very exhausted.
fair.
And he kind of forces himself up, and he goes, and you can practically hear him flop down onto the old rusted spring mattress, just that creaking of the springs as he lands. Very large man that he is. And
Wow.
Lydia, you kind of catch her for a half moment just giggle as she's like wiping the blood from her. And back to business. Thank you again. If there's anything else I can do, let me know, but I genuinely can't thank you enough.
I was going to go after him. Period. Even if it was a terrible idea and by myself, so.
I've been looking for him since I found out that he was in their custody.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I didn't want to say anything about it to you because, frankly, I didn't want...
I feel like it's obvious why you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
And Jenni, he's not even of your clan, and you still risked yourself to save him, and I am so grateful, and I will offer you a minor boon as thanks.
I wasn't gonna let them go alone.
You're a good person.
Aww.
If you all don't mind, I'm
Yeah.
going to go spend some time with my husband.
Yep.
And she just walks off into the bedroom and closes the door, allowing you guys to leave at your leisure.
I'm gonna escort these folks out of my parents' home.
I need to feed on something, like, right the fuck now. I am hungry
Good,
and...
you look crabby.
That was me being nice!
Well, you're nice as crabby. You're crabby as a crab cake. Just got you from under the sea, because you're crabby.
Why are you the way you are? Oh my god. That's why I'm start walking.
If you need to feed immediately, there is the club below, where I will let you make a hunting roll if you want to grab someone from the club.
Oh, why not?
Okay. Let's say, since it's the club, let's make this hunting roll. Let me take a look.
Yeah, I'll
'Cause
also
it's-
probably give that a go. Just
Okay.
keep me square.
Anyone wanting to grab from a patron in the club,
Heck yeah.
let's make this
The dancing pantry.
stamina and stealth.
Oh.
Oh boy, that's...
Well, that's a real nice four opportunities. Help me. 3. What'd you get, buddy? Nothing?
0.
Love it.
Yeah, I don't think I've been having luck with this.
Not bad.
Got 3.
boy.
You got 3?
3.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll my whopping 1 hunger dice. Pardon me while I just break the masquerade in this club. Oh hey, success!
Okay. So, Spider, you're able to find someone, but I will say with 1 success,
Yeah.
that person had quite a lot to drink.
Oh, no.
You are now intoxicated.
Fuck yeah!
Sybil, you're able to pick someone reasonable and kind of get them to a back dark corner. You both can slake 1 hunger.
Nice.
Jenni, the guy that you pick, he's just so fascinated with your beauty, and every time you go for his neck, he turns it into a kiss. And so you just wind up in this weird cat and mouse makeout session where you can never quite get to his
Can
neck.
I come rescue her?
You can.
Good. I'm gonna come.
And he just goes, all right.
It's not any fish on that line, huh?
No.
Oh.
Oh, mistakes were made.
Yeah, you sauntering over,
Yep.
drunk as a skunk.
Yep. And literally saying mistakes were made.
I think there's a little bit of olive in my mouth.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And so you guys are able to make it to the car.
Good.
Spider should definitely not drive.
No.
Spider is not driving.
Oh god, this is
I
why
open the
humans.
window wherever Spider is so that Spider can vomit out the
Fine,
window.
I'm not gonna throw up or anything.
I've already been thrown up on once today. I'm not taking any chances.
I'm a fuck mothering Lysandra. I'm not.
All right, and where are you headed to?
It's a good question.
Oh
Take
boy.
you little whippersnappers home?
I'm pretty sure I'm older than you.
Yes.
Older, but not in generation.
No.
Oh.
No, God, no.
And so you're able to drop them off at the house where you saw them. And what will you guys do when you arrive to the house?
Oh, Lord.
Is anyone there?
No one is
Alrighty.
there for tonight. It's just the three of you. And if you guys, do you allow Sybil to come into the house with you?
Yeah, why not?
Sybil, this house has been very well renovated.
Oh.
The
Thank you.
kitchen has black marble that has rainbow sparkles going through it. This house looks better than it did in its prime. A lot of
Wow.
money has been invested into the house. Some parts still look like they're under construction a little bit.
Right.
Not unusable, just like, that appearance of drywall where it's already had the studs covered, it just needs paint
Yeah.
and all that.
Oh.
Yep, Jenny, you were right. That marble is just as ostentatious as you said it was. Wow.
Love it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
The marble?
He couldn't get it legally imported, so he had to use my connections. I'm gonna tell him to forget about that, because wow.
So if anybody asks, we just went to the club.
If anybody that is not important asks, we just went to the club. But the Permagen being put in a coffin and gift wrapped with like sharp pointy wire is definitely something that
I mean, I hate to say it, but we did get somebody giving us the address.
which is
So
also concerning.
Who do you think did that?
fuck do I know? Block's number, some campfire higher up, I don't know.
And the fact that going in, the fact that the door was just
There's no one
open
there. Absolutely no
is-
one. Something, I don't know what, but something is fishy. So
Yeah,
someone should
just-
know.
Something just, randomly blew up on the other side of the house. Nah. Somebody else
No.
went in.
Speaking
Flat
of,
Hmm?
you get another message from the block number.
Oh, hey, look at that.
That's creepy.
As it's been a few hours.
I hate it.
I'll check it.
And it says, for whatever part you played in the rescue of Alejandro, our prince thanks you and grants you each a major boon.
Ah!
And this is a favor that you can cash in at any time that cannot be refused.
Well, hello, sobriety.
well.
And the message is signed with a name, but it's not a name that would immediately be recognizable to any of you. You get the idea that the block number is simply a, do not call back measure.
Well,
Okay.
that's
That says major, Jesus.
one question answered.
The prince. Elizabeth.
Or somebody working on behalf of the prince, or somebody that has frustration enough over the prince to be able to trade it around and pay us with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's all those options.
What With the amount of shenanigans we get into, that can come in handy.
Oh God, yes. I'm very happy for that. But
those getting tossed around means those are some serious shenanigans we'd be getting into, though.
it also means that they're not blaming us, most likely, for whomever set off that explosion. Just saying.
What's your mom's name again?
They don't usually, pay
My
people
mom's
to...
name is Lydia.
I mean, they don't normally pay people that much when people have broken the Masquerade, so...
That's fair. You are correct. I didn't do it, so I got that covered.
Yes.
It was not me.
Yeah, I don't think, though, that they only sent... Look, even with my ego, I can... They wouldn't have only sent the three of us, right?
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
But I have no idea what the hell would have, most of our powers, with the exception of a couple of people, are not really explosive. So, something happened.
I mean... Grenades, Semtex, C4, I could keep going.
Right.
It's not...
And you're bringing to mind a specific person, but that's not really...
Who?
Just a friend of mine, of ours, that
Mhm.
likes things that go boom.
I mean... I'm always interested to meet a new client, so that's why I'm asking.
But if I knew how to get in contact with him, I'd put you in contact with him.
That is
Boo.
fair.
If I happen to catch wind, I'll tell you.
Get my hopes up and then destroy them. I see how this works.
And Jenny, as you're wandering through the house, the library is right near the dining room.
Mhm.
There is a couple boxes that contain stacks of old magazines. And sitting on top is one that looks familiar to you.
She picks it up. And just a slight little blood tear rolls down her face.
You all see Jenny in the library holding a old J14 magazine with one tear rolling down her face.
She takes it, pockets it.
Okay.
You okay there, Spitfire?
Memory. Probably the very first memory that I have. So, this, for some reason, this is all I know.
Oh,
That's rough.
fuck.
I don't know anything before this. I don't know how I came to be this.
Shit.
This is it. All I remember is it being pitch black. I felt a huge pressure from my chest. And then I was pushed out of a car. When I got finished rolling, I landed next to a dumpster. And there was this. Jenny from the block. Talking about whatever she wore at the VMAs.
Fucking hell.
Damn.
Then I see this guy. Don't know why I don't know. I don't know what came over me. But I grabbed him. Took him into a bush. And it was just blood.
First feed when the beast takes over. A lot of us hunger frenzy the first time.
Sybil, you don't recall that experience.
Oh, no?
When you were first turned, you were fully fed and cared for.
That's right. She had a very unique experience in that.
I don't know. There's just something about it. It's strange, that feeling when first they're clawing at you, they're struggling, they're warm, then they give up, then they go limp.
They lose themselves to the kiss, and then you take them down, down, until there's nothing left.
And when you realize what you've done, it's too late. I don't know why I did it. And the only thing I could do was just leave him there.
I mean, you did it because it was instinct. You didn't consciously choose to do it. The first time we come back, you know, when we've just been freshly embraced, you're hungry. You'll be the hungriest you've ever been.
But the thing is, I don't think that's when I was embraced. Something happened before that. I just don't know what it was. And the only thing I remember from that person, I saw he had his badge, Greer.
I mean, I'm more than happy to go hunting down leads and information with you, because that's fucked up. And not right. Nobody.
Too hard to find somebody with some badge info.
Yeah.
At least not with the right resources.
Nobody should have to not know who they are.
And everybody should get their payback.
Yeah.
I left him there. That was somebody's son.
I'm probably not the best to comfort you on that one, I'll admit. But I'm sorry you had to go through that, and I'm sorry that your first memory has to be of taking a life.
You know, sometimes I envy some other kindred, because at least they know that they had a life before this. They know who their parents were. They know what they are, where they came from, how old they are, their birth date.
Sometimes that knowing is a bit of its curse, or a bit of a curse on its own.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think either cross is easier to bear, but I don't like that you have to bear that, especially not having any answers. I can't imagine. Well, I can, but I want to forget for a reason.
I don't want to forget, but
Surely there are some parts you could do without.
yeah. Yeah, what I had to relive tonight, I could have done without that. I could have done without that for a while. Haven't thought about that in 30 some odd years.
Your little trip.
Yeah. We'll say it took me back to the night I died, but not that I really died. It was when I stopped being who I used to be and when I became the spider.
What the hell would do that?
3 guesses, and he's got 3 names, so... That's my guess. At this point, any weird bullshit that happens that is traumatic and I can't fucking explain, I assume that it's him. Also, he's pulled us into some really weird, trippy nonsense before. But... So he hit me with that. Did he hit either of you?
No, I just got to be confused.
Oh, no, I'm just the one that got to swan dive. Cool, thanks, fucker.
You disappeared.
Completely?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You took off.
Look, I had to kill a guy, alright? It's a long story.
And wound yourself. I'm glad you did, because I found you really quick.
You know what? My wounded pride helped find your dad, so...
You don't remember anything.
I just remember seeing the coffin, and I didn't know that I left. I just thought it was just a blink.
Unsettling.
Yeah. Not the kind of mind games or spatial games that I like playing.
And Sybil, for you, Jenni was gone for about 2 minutes before she came back.
Jeez. It's a couple minutes unaccounted for. And then
Like a couple minutes?
yes. Yeah, you guys are going through it.
And just a snap?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, 2 minutes isn't an eternity, but it's, most of a song.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, me too. Great. I hated it when it was happening.
Why didn't he hit you with anything, I wonder?
Who's to say he didn't? We didn't know what was going on.
I don't like that either.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
For the record, I don't recall anything happening. Why that would be, I have no idea.
I
Imagine
didn't
if he can
recall
take...
anything was happening until I woke up, impacting a coffin.
I did not run out of a window, so, got that one.
But I mean, who knows what the hell he probably had you doing just for his own entertainment? You probably could have just been there tap dancing for all we know.
Yeah. By the way, if anybody tells Amari or Sin or Miriam that I took a fucking swan dive out of that window, I will bury you.
Oh.
And I will stake you out for the sun if anybody tells Jackson.
Try. Oh, you shouldn't have told me that.
Hey, I threw up on you. So...
I don't think I've forgotten that either.
I think we've all had our moments today.
Indeed you have. And so with more questions than there are answers, that is where we are going to leave our tale for tonight. Thank you, Sara, for coming back as Sybil. We're always so glad to have you.
I missed everybody.
We'll see you guys next week. Take care of yourselves and each other. We love you very much. Good Good night.